ribs, I think. Yes.
Yeah, some ribs on the run there. Oh, 20 points the margin.
Nothing fun about a broken rib.
Getting hungry just for that. 10-6-66 to 6-10-46 as we get into the last quarter. Can provide some hope and they can get an early score. Oh, Yo, he really invited Taylor Walker, and can he capitalise? Fogarty knew it wasn't going his way. Now it's Jenkins, the turn, the handball, the crunching tackle. The crowd thought it was held without.
Just
salty.
That'll hurt even more.
Gaff up to the wing, trudging hard after it. Lie set, and they see it over.
Should Richie Douglas have had a free kick here? Taps the ball, he got tackled without it, and that's a set shot. 30 out, almost directly in front.
Tex Walker as well, just another interesting decision making by the big fella.
Crowd just saw a replay on the big screen and didn't like what they saw.
Didn't change their mood, did it? Miller at a half ball. That's a good kick. Strident effort from
Gibbs.
Walker.
He didn't even look.
He did not look.
And Bryce Gibbs is standing there with his arms raised in the air. All he had to do was look 45 degrees to his left, chip the ball over, and Gibbs has a set shot, 25 out, almost directly in front.
It was just on call again. Decision making by the big fella at the moment. He does kick those goals quite often, but when you've got someone loose as well, you got to go the percentages.
So it's 19 the difference now. Waterman. So another look at it.
Here's the Tex mark, and
look
there's
to the
Gibbs
right of the screen.
off.
You can see Gibbs running into space. Just needs a chip over the top. And have a look at him. He's got the arms up, going, "What about me?"
2 opportunities already in the first minute for Adelaide. Can't convert.
Sloan battled hard, got it for Douglas. Pure mark. He's got the offering, and here it comes. The Texans got it.
Yeah, you got to go back and kick this.
Well, this is what he can do that very few players are capable of in the competition.
We know it's in his range. This time it's a set shot, plenty of time.
And he's done it this year, hasn't he? 2 or 3 times he's delivered the big kick against Sydney.
He's the most sweetest kick from outside 50 in the AFL, this bloke.
Well, you don't have to think about it from here. You just got to unload.
So he's not afraid to have a shot from this far. And the skipper doesn't even go close to the man on the mark. It did not matter. The goal ump's gone down.
But he saw it.
What do you reckon? I believe it's a goal. Yep. We just checked that the ball was touched on the goal line. Score review. Umpire's calls a goal. We just want to check.
I reckon he got it 100% right, the goal.
You reckon?
Before he got cleaned up.
Was he even watching?
Well, he got cleaned up, but I reckon the ball's over the line.
It's funny, isn't it? We're not allowed to touch the field umpires, but you can barrel over a goal umpire and no one cares.
Having said that, his positioning there, you've got to think they're going to be jumping at the footy. You maybe get more side on along the line,
The important thing is...
it's a goal.
It's a goal.
And he's okay.
So again, he delivers the big, long strike, Taylor Walker.
He's actually had the most possessions on the ground for anyone of Adelaide in the second half, boys. He's had 10 kicks, 10 disposals, 2 goals, 1 in the second half. So the captain is trying to lead the way and get them a much-needed win.
They're just 10 disposals and a behind last week, 11 disposals in the goal the week before, but as you alluded to, Roo, 19 disposals today, 10 contested possessions, 5 scoring shots and 2 goals, 3. And that breathes life back into this one. If you're an Adelaide fan, 13 points the margin. Jetta to lift the spirits of the Eagles to half forward, but Hardigan's come off just at the right time. Laird back to Hardigan, feeding the ball through by hand. You can see the path that they're going to follow. Ryan was closing, couldn't stop Brown. Walker goes to Brown, no free kick.
I'll tell you the other thing that's interesting is Schofield has gone on to Walker and Yo's gone over to Fogarty. Now, Elliot Yo's got a bit of strapping on the right leg. I wonder if he's just not moving as well as he possibly could. But that's going to be a big ask for Schofield to do the job on Walker, and Don Pike can't believe he didn't get a free kick.
There wasn't a lot in it, though, was there? I mean, would have thought it might have been paid, but it was marginal. Screwed around the corner. Laird.
Gee, big few minutes here for both sides. Huge few minutes.
You can feel that too. Driving kick. Greenwood just delayed the decision. He was full of uncertainty. Fogarty. The Eagles collapse and cover effectively. Marsden, Archie. Right in his face, Duday.
Gone!
Good night.
Big tackle.
Now the crowd are up and about, Roo. You know what it's like here when that happens.
Yeah, and a young fella's got the ball in his hands. He's not a noted goal kicker. In fact, I don't even know if he's kicked a goal this year, has he, Hutto?
Good time to start.
Good time to start. He was the favourite for the Rising Star.
He's never scored. So this for his first ever goal in AFL football. He's doing the goose step to celebrate.
Hutto, you're on fire.
Well, this game's just lit up in the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. It's been a pretty stagnant affair, and it looked like West Coast had things under control. But a couple of quick goals to Adelaide. The crowd's fired up. The players are fired up. It's a great tackle. And he reaps the reward, kicks his first goal from almost on the boundary.
Hutto, I'm going to put you in the votes at this stage with the goose step and Mr. Nobody.
Look at that.
Well, it's game on.
The widest smile from Tom Duday and the look of determination from Don. 7 points now, 66 to 59. Jacobs to Gibbs. He nudges it forward, couldn't get the contact, but he'll take that. Crouch, reaching over. Jenkins kept on his feet, kept in the contest. Yo, hasn't this game gone up a notch or two now? Ainsworth in just his second game. He'll be feeling the tension. Well done to Waterman just to relieve a little bit of that. Out wide, not perfect for McGuinness, and he was certainly impeded. Takes the advantage, he moves on.
Didn't know what to do, though.
He did not.
Just didn't think his way through it.
Gee, they're aggressive at the moment, the Crows. Maybe the adrenaline pumping. Hardigan got carried away. A little extravagant. They might handball their way out of trouble. Gibbs modified the kick. Jetta taken away. Polholke. High ball inside Harold. Jenkins. He can see off Schofield. He can see the goals. He just couldn't get it together.
They are coming.
48 inside 50s to 30.
They just need to slow things down a little bit, West Coast. You can just see suck up a bit of time. Love to hit a couple of targets. Just try and break this momentum of the Adelaide Crows.
Redden. Oh, Keeney! They are playing inspired football. High ball back inside 50. Oh, Walker! His name was plastered all over the Sharon that time. You can see it coming. And Walker takes the mark, and he can level the scores. Moons, tell us what's going on down there.
Oh, they are going completely nuts down here, Roo. Don't you love it when your skipper, as you said in this second half, when they stand up and do something, Carey S, like, this is what he is showing to us right now.
Well, he has been under the pump all year, Tex. He didn't train over the summer. He come back underdone. He's tried to do his best.
He knows it. Scores a level.
You gotta love that. As soon as the ball left his boot, he was jogging off with his finger pointed to the sky. He knew it was a goal the moment he hit it. A couple of great contested marks. First it was Kyle Chaney, just a hanger over the top, knee to the back of the head, and then he sends it in the skipper's direction. And Taylor Walker, I thought he took off early. He just hung up there. Big presence, good pair of hands, and most importantly, he finished.
Well, this game has exploded. This team has exploded. And Taylor Walker has led the way. The ground is just full of excitement now. Scores a level.
McGovern has moved back now, guys.
Jacobs, outstanding connection with Gibbs. Fogarty's turn to fly. There is McGovern. Polholke sniffed it out and just couldn't go on with it. It's close to the line. It's over.
Gee, they butchered some half chances, Jace. You know, I think just little things like that with Polholke there. When you're on song, you kick them. McGovern's gone back, and a good move to try and steady the ship at the moment.
8 inside 50s to none, as you can see there in this quarter.
14 in a row too. Hutto to go with that 8.
Nice set, the soft touch. Jacobs stolen by Shuey. Batted back inside. They're starting to double grab a bit and second guess the Eagles. Gibbs to Talia. A rare venture so close to goal. Tucks it into the pocket and they're in. Oh, was that in the full? Just
try and squash West Coast into the pocket here, Adelaide.
Shannon Hearn, his opposite number, Taylor Walker.
Time for the skipper there. The West Coast Eagles, Hearn to stand up, just steady the ship. Huge kick.
Talia brings it to ground. Sloan knew he was going to wear one, didn't care. Ainsworth. McGuinness just dump kick to the wing, but it had some sort of science about it. It's out of bounds. Waterman doing his best. Oh, what a test this is now for the West Coast Eagles. Been in front for so much of the day. A couple of times Adelaide nudged ahead, but straight away the Eagles responded. But here they are with scores level.
There's the territory battle in the fourth quarter. 10 inside 50s to none.
It's about to change. Cripps.
No, it didn't change.
Didn't quite get there.
It was a metre in.
Protected it for their life. Douglas, all straight lines. Gallucci, Greenwood this time, and they will be in front. It's a matter of by how much.
That was the time to kick it long over the top. Gallucci had options. He had Fogarty hitting up. He had a lead on the 45-degree angle, but he saw Greenwood get goal side, and he knew he could carry all the players. So you put it long, you allow the player to run onto it. It goes deepest into your forward line, which is a good position if you don't get possession anyway.
And now the conversion. A little tentative, but it's through. And Adelaide are in front. From nowhere, really. 4 goals, 2. And yes, Huey's kicked the goal.
11 inside 50s to 0. 4 goals, 2 to no score. It's been a massive last term, and there were the options, and that was the best one.
Yep.
Over the top, it still required good execution of the mark from Hugh Greenwood, but he did that. He's got a good leap, and it made for a very easy set shot at goal.
Well, it hit the front, but it's still a long way from home, isn't it? Still 13 minutes remaining.
But West Coast have got to respond. They've got to show something now.
Nick Natanui has Jenkins to contend with. Sloan, can they keep forcing it forward? Held up in their tracks at least. They dig in here, the West Coast.
Not many teams win 10 games in a row in a season. You've got to be doing something pretty special. We know they've been weakened player-wise and a couple of key players at that, but still got the makings of a good side.
Miller threads it through somehow to Jenkins. And that was well designed. He knew that Taylor was there, and he is within range.
It's extraordinary to think that the mark's 53, which means you kick from 55, 56.
This will take everything from him, though, won't it?
It'd have to be huge, and particularly as you're getting tired in the latter stages of the game.
If anyone can, it's this man, Taylor Walker. He stands at the point of the square. Thumps the kick goal. It's just faded a fraction.
She's a good roost.
Through from behind.
Just the little things of going Adelaide's way, the bounce of the ball, you know, at the moment, which quite often happens when you got the momentum.
Got to get their hands on the footy. It's 42 possessions to 22. They're just getting dominated, West Coast.
Shepherd up to the wing. Ryan perfectly placed, but Sloan had him in his sights all the way. They take the advantage, they do. And they can sweep forward. Seedsman, driving kick, aimed up Hampton right in the corner.
Well, he should just compose himself here, see if there's any options. If not,
the teammates are all pointing at the goals.
It's not the hardest time. It's not the hardest kick. It's sort of a 7 or 8 out of 10 kick. If you just think your way through it, take your time. You got the 10-metre advantage.
Just his second game this year, Curtly Hampton. Curtly with a curler. Another one for the Crows. They can do no wrong.
Jace, you said they needed a goal before three-quarter time. Look at the tackle here by Sloan.
How good's that?
And then they took the play on advantage, just kept the ball in there. Seedsman, who does cover the ground, a brilliant kick. Centimetre perfect, if I can borrow that line.
No, he's retired now, you can.
Beautiful.
You can't dominate a quarter of footy anymore. 46 possessions to 24, 13 inside 50s to 0, and 5 goals, 3 on the scoreboard.
And 6 on the trot in all. 13 points the margin. And more coming, the way it's looking. High ball to half forward. Oh, Gaff, full of courage. Takes the mark. Hesitates. Settles on Rioli. His eyes darting. Takes it for McGuinness. Talia, restrained and effective. Back over the boundary.
Still oodles of time here for both sides. Over 10 minutes to play. You need the leaders to stand up here, keep the communicating going, make sure your structures are right.
And with McGovern going back, it's allowed Elliot Yeo to get on the ball. He nearly got away with it there.
Seedsman, he was captured.
So McGovern's gone to Jenkins, Schofield's gone to Walker.
Just see Elliot Yeo there with hands on his hips. He just looks a little proppy with that right knee heavily strapped.
A rare venture into the 50 for this quarter.
Inside 50s a 55 to 31, Jose, for the game.
Jacobs. Here is Elliot Yeo.
Nearly a push.
Not the connection he was after. Brown and Rioli. Kelly against Marston. They've got the backup. Duday sends Laird on his way, and here they go again. Click in the middle. Walker with a double grabber this time. There's arms waving left and right.
You'd pump it to Jenkins, wouldn't you?
Driving kick goes just to that man. He takes it comfortably, and he thinks he's a chance from there. Takes the moment to get closer, and then blew the kick. Yeo curls it out to the boundary line. Is it deliberate? Yes.
Oh. Couple of players very close to where it went out.
Crowd love it. I think that's a terrific decision.
They're just on a roll at the moment, the Crows.
Everything bouncing their way. Talia with a setup kick. Goes for Walker again. Jenkins, Natanui destroys that. Gibbs in the double grab, and that enables Hutchings back to the wing. Brown just waited for it a moment too long. It didn't come. Talia, Ficini playing back up now. Into the middle to Miller. He was committed. And now he needs a really good kick to connect. Seedsman stays off this, and he has to contend with Gaff, who brushes once and was impeded, but got the kick over the line and out of bounds. And we're down to 8 minutes 54 now.
So this is where West Coast needs some of their senior players to stand up. That wave of momentum against them, the youngsters aren't going to hold that off. Nick Natanui, they want to see start to dominate, maybe take some big marks. McGovern go back to dominating down back. Yeo and Shuey and these players on ball have got to get more impact around the contest.
Well, he's going to pin him. Gee, how was he meant to get it out?
Good question. Redden, underneath all of that was Richard Douglas. Greenwood lays the kick out. Here's Gibbs trying to make a move through. Didn't take the footy. Crouch effective. Fearless stuff again. Douglas. Hampton escapes superbly, and then Jenkins blows it off the left.
Kicked a beauty to start the game off the left foot. Couldn't repeat the dose on that occasion. They just continue to create opportunities.
A couple of big touches from Hampton in this quarter, the goal, and then that was smart football. 14 points, one more, and the job would be extremely difficult for West Coast as they gather the numbers again and probe. Oh, interesting decision by Laird.
It's a rare mistake for Rory Laird.
Yeah, Gibbs on offer.
Nick Natanui's had 6 possessions and 1 mark for the game. He's got to find a way to have a bigger impact, not just at the ruck stoppages.
Under 8 minutes now.
So they're looking for him here.
Shepherd, driving hook, kick, Ryan, Yeo. Comes together for Hutchings. One-on-one inside the 50. And beautifully done by Brown.
You see he turned side on to use the body so that he could use his hip, use his body weight rather than using the hands to hold his opponent under the footy.
Clever. Cheney formulates a plan again. Millerer back to the wing. Paholke, even numbers ahead. Jenkins has slipped out the back. He'll get a run at this, Josh. And he very nearly took it. Sloan, superb hands, designed for Gibbs. Back around the corner. And too far across for Bryce Gibbs. It's a behind. 15 points. Now the urgency grows even further for the West Coast Eagles, because we're down to 7 minutes. Gaff chances the arm somewhat.
Kick.
Driving kick, Rioli. What can he do next? Just got it clear before he was taken down. Hutchings. Archie.
Have a ping.
Elliott Yeo, a powerful kick, and Ryan's going to let it sail through. They're not done yet. Elliott Yeo, outstanding play.
What a kick.
We spoke about the senior players. He's been released back into the midfield. You can see he's, I don't think he's 100% the way he's got that leg strapped down on his haunches. He's actually having a rest forward, not going in for the centre square bounce, but it was a great finish. He gets on the end of the hand pass, and from outside 50, that's a beautiful kick. They need a few of his senior teammates to step up as well.
Adam Simpson still got faith.
And he should have too, but this centre bounce clearance is really vital. 4-1 in the last quarter in favour of Adelaide.
Beautiful bounce too to set them in motion. Well read by Greenwood. Jenkins. McGavin just stayed off. Cole. They finally kicked a goal. Has it given them the belief? Hearn back to the wing. The Crows well positioned. Greenwood didn't take it. Hutchings pounced. Hardigan keeping Yeo honest. Laird. One more handball from Kelly, and that allows Jacobs to go short to Douglas.
There's no room for error with that choice.
Will they keep pushing Adelaide, or will they start to think about the scoreboard?
Well, I think they can pick and choose now, Hutter. They can slow it down and use possession like this when they've got the opportunity to do so.
Still a very long time to be stopping the game. 6 minutes. You only got 2 goals in hand, so 1 goal and you're right under the pump.
Good touch from Paholke. Oh, Duday thinks he can get through, and by hand he can. Paholke knew it was coming.
Killed him.
Juts out. Shuey slipped out of the tangle of the tackle, gets it back from Redden. Desperate stakes, and you can see it everywhere on the ground. Ryan couldn't collect. Duday showed him how. Wading through was Talia. The Crows again through Laird. Fogarty's turned to leap. He doesn't mark. I think he's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, that was a legitimate marking attempt, but if he didn't touch the footy, the umpire will say it was unrealistic.
Push.
Let's have a look. Did he touch? Really? Maybe, yeah, it's a bit early. Duday, he'll do that all day. Short for Gibbs. Back again on the advance through Crouch. Puts his faith in the skipper. The 2 skippers go at it. Who can lead the strongest? It took 2 to get him down. And the umpire said, we'll ball it up and settle it that way.
He's lifted. I mean, that kick wasn't to his advantage, Taylor Walker, but
he's a confident
used
player.
his strength just to create the contest and push back.
They swarm around looking for a chance, and the chance presents. Seedsman took it from Gibbs. That's another minor. So they've missed a few, the Crows, after surging 11-16-82 as a representation of that to 11-6-72.
Probably the worst result, kicking a point too, because he just opens up the whole field with a massive leg by the skipper. Hearn, watch this.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it's not a handy point. A long kick forward from Hearn, as you said, almost McGuinness. Greenwood to Gibbs. Has he got the touch on the kick? Not quite. McGavin, a rare slight fumble. That was all Adelaide needed, and they were hungry. The appetite is incredible from these Adelaide players and the fans.
Umpire calling that he ducked, and so there was no high contact.
Still plenty of time. 4.5 minutes, plenty of time.
Jacobs taps it down. Fogarty twists and turns. Umpire didn't get a great sight on that. There was no high contact. And now it is 4 minutes 23.
So Nick Natanui's back on the ground and he's playing forward. He's the long option going forward.
Fogarty's almost. He could see that goal before his eyes, but McGovern stopped it. But they can't stop Seedsman. Is that the telling blow? Paul Seedsman's left foot. It's 16 points now.
The one enormous statistical difference that stands out is the inside 50s. You should never lose a game of footy when you're 62 to 33 up in inside 50s. So many opportunities, and the floodgates have opened in the fourth quarter for the Crows.
Well, you can see Dom Pike there. He's been under enormous pressure the last month. This win just keeps the season alive for them, doesn't it? Gives them hope.
20 inside 50s to 3 in the fourth quarter.
6 goals, 6 to 1 straight. And as you said, the tension, the drama of the year, the difficulties they've had, the obstacles, some of them self-inflicted, some of them bad luck. They've managed to eventually turn it around in this game, and now the floodgates are open and they're back to playing footy again, and it's fun. Jenkins can't take the mark. Seedsman's got a taste. He got a little over-ambitious that time. Gaff, who's done another fine job for the Eagles, sends it back to the wing. Crouch, Douglas. Got a push.
Oh, still plenty of time.
The other thing they've done is they've dominated clearances. 12-5 in this term, and 6-1 the centre bounce clearances.
Dominated everything in this last quarter. Disposals a double.
Jenkins has got to go against 2, and that was too much in the end. And that could have been 50. Possibly should have been, as Hampton ran across the protected area.
Trying to set up down the middle.
Hearn. Little change up. Goes short. They need to get active and very quickly.
Yeah, that's the kick towards Natanui, but he's got to make a contest.
Gallucci. And there's the plaudit to the crowd. Douglas delayed the give. Miller, impressive player, moves well. Laird takes them out wide. Kelly into the pocket. Bryce Gibbs, oh, he dropped it. He was thinking about the shot for goal, I reckon, even before it arrived. A wry smile.
You can see that last kick from West Coast. From the back pocket, they went straight into the middle of the ground. So they're looking for Nick Natanuui to make a contest. Sam Jacobs held him out of the contest far too easily. He's got to impose himself physically.
Jacobs over the top. Shuey. Can they make a run through the middle? Archie. Rioli. Kelly. Staunch defence. Holds it up. He might get penalised. No. He might have dragged it under, but good willing stuff from Kelly. Never afraid to wear one for the cause. Jacobs. Shepherd.
Hold there.
2 minutes remaining. I need one from here straight away. Talia, Natanuui, and on the scramble, Cripps will know he can't afford to waste any time. Needs to go back and put it through. We don't have to go back too far, just to last night to see that it is possible.
Had a showdown here earlier in the season that was pretty tight, had
It was too. Didn't think you would have forgotten that. Cripps has put it through for a goal. And there's time.
Sure is. Minute 40 to go, and 2 goals is the equation.
Nick Natanuui getting involved, getting a kick there. I reckon he's been dominated by Sam Jacobs tonight or this evening, but he's got an opportunity to have a last impact in the minute and 40 remaining here. Starts this next centre bounce. He's got to give his midfielders first use of the footy. They've got to go straight forward.
So here we are again. Is it another game about to come down to the wire? 10 points the margin. Eagles, it has to be all go. Greenwood out wide. Crows, can they get their hands on the footy? Marston giving it everything he's got. Trying to will himself Rioli. Shuey. And there's no escape this time. 1:22. They've got to give themselves 20 seconds, you'd think, to be able to kick the next goal.
But Shaney loose out the back, Adelaide.
Sloan, Greenwood.
Another clearance.
That will help considerably.
Another clearance. They've been so good in this fourth quarter.
The Hulk, he's done some nice things today. His 12th disposal.
He can go backwards. He's got a loose player behind him.
Takes the territory instead. Eagles need a mark. Fogarty. And the seconds tick away. There's only 52 of them remaining now. And the Eagles need 2 goals in that time.
We mentioned the inside 50 differential in the fourth quarter. It's 23-4. That's 19. That's the biggest difference in any quarter this year.
Greenwood brought down, but no free kick.
In any game, Jace. Any quarter, any game this year. Plus
any
19.
game, any quarter this year, 19.
Anywhere, anytime, boys. 10 points the margin. 40 seconds, make it 39 now.
I think it just took you out of the vote, Sato. We'll just put Tex Walker in.
Fair enough. Jacobs.
He's been outstanding, Sam Jacobs.
Yo. They edge along the line. Cripps. They're not going to let this one go, the Adelaide Crows. It means too much to them now. 12-16 plays 12-6. Greenwood hacks it forward. Out of bounds on the full.
3 losses in a row for the Eagles too, boys, after 10 in a row.
High ball out of there. Can we see a big leap? We see 5 big leaps, but no one drags the footy down. Hutchings, Gaff, Jetta, Hearn. They're still on the back foot, the Eagles. They've been that way all this last quarter. After 4 consecutive losses and a lot of pain, it disappears for the moment as the Adelaide Crows remember what it's like to win. That sweet seat sound and that great feeling, that winning feeling returns to the Adelaide Oval. Let's hear from the captain.
Thanks, Hutto. Tex, club's been under the pump the last couple of weeks. You've lost 4 on the trot. You must be extremely proud skipper tonight.
Oh, I am, mate. Took us 4 quarters to get there, and I knew with the personnel that we got character in the group. We just fight back. We've been through a lot as a footy club, and the last month for us and our fans haven't been the way we wanted to play, and tonight was just a great 4-quarter effort.
What about yourself? You took the game apart in the second half. Was something said to you? What was the spark for you?
No, I think I was just trying to work my way back myself, in like trying to get back into a bit of form, and to be able to get into a bit of form the second half was pleasing. But as I said, just a 4-quarter effort. That's what we expect from week to week.
Tex, how hard has it been this year for you guys? You've had everything that could go wrong feels like it has gone wrong.
Yeah, we still don't lose belief. We've always had the philosophy of one's out, we just next bloke steps up, and obviously lack of pre-season for a few blokes got us, but we're looking forward to the second half of the year.
Starting to get a few boys back, Sloan and Eddie, they'll all come back in soon. What can this group do, mate?
Mate, we said ourselves we just need to keep winning games of footy. We keep doing that, it gives us an opportunity to play finals, so destiny's in our hands.
Good luck, brother.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, it was an outstanding performance, wasn't it, from Taylor Walker in the end, his second half particularly.
Sets up a fair Friday night at the G against the Premiers, doesn't it, next Friday night, Jace?
It's one of his best performances of the year, Taylor Walker.
Oh,
that second half was just stunning, wasn't it?
It was. He's still nowhere near getting all his decisions right and hitting his targets, but that second half was a real big captain's performance. And I'll tell you what, Pikey has been under the pump. He'll sleep better tonight.
Let's hear from Bryce Gibbs now with Moons.
Well, Bryce, tell us about what going through your mind in that second half, in particular that last quarter. How did you boys get over the line?
Yeah, it was probably, we spoke about at half-time. We were getting plenty of looks and our stuff around the ball was really good. We just weren't converting, and we knew if we kept the pressure, kept it in our forward half, it'd turn, and that's what it did. That's what happened. 27 points down, as you said. How did you find that belief? Because you've lost the last 4 games that you played in, and obviously everybody's been coming at you guys. You've been under the pump, but where did you get that belief? Well, today was for a year, so lose today makes it that much more harder to make finals, and we still think that's an absolute realistic goal for us. So take it, win, move forward for next week now.
Played a few games here. Is that as loud as you've heard it?
It was unbelievable. I'm not sure how many was here, 40, 50,000, but it feels like 60, 70. So great fans, great support, and we'll probably need it again in 2 weeks.
Go and enjoy it, mate.
Perfect, thank you.
Such an